Well, we're at the resting place Poets Paradise in Corryong, which is snowy mountain country. It's quite early, it's 7 a.m. on New Year's Eve, and this is where the future of camping is. It's actually where someone like a farmer, big property owner, has created their own facilities around for the interests what campers do. This is probably the actual pinnacle of what you can do. And you can see there's an old shed here. Looks very harks back to like the 18th century. Gives you a real feel of how it would have been back in the old days of the early pioneers of Australia, with the fire, the oven, and even like a little billy here where you stoke the oven and you can have your tea on top, but probably not the fridge. And even an old piano going back to the US, where it's back in New Jersey, US. So that's where we had dinner, but most importantly is this absolutely sensational view. It's quintessentially the Australian outback. It just doesn't get any better than this. Every day we've had these amazing blue skies, and then you're in for a night show. As the sun sets, clouds come up and it changes once again. And part of the facilities looks like some old mine shafts from a local mine. And you can see where the camp, there's like even like a little amphitheatre here. And down the bottom, I'll just try to zoom in. You can see where he has little concerts and people can actually sit, and apparently the voice carries, where if you're reading poetry or doing a little performance or a quartet, it sort of sits amongst this beautiful landscape. So there's a driveway. This goes down to where our van is, which is just down there at the bottom. You just see it here. And then there's the facilities, which is absolutely amazing. There's a water tank which got filled a few nights ago when we had a massive downpour. But you'd never know, it actually drains quite well here. And there's some oregano too, so we had that last night when we cooked. So 3 shower blocks, so in anticipation of the bigger crowds. And there's a hot water system as well, so if you want to have a shower, it's actually quite novel. You fill the bucket up and you fill a little swag which you open up and it drips the water through. It's just absolutely sensational landscape. Just in case you want to have a hot shower, there's a triple, quadruple backup system. So we've got the hot water service I just showed you, followed by hot little coils on the roof. You just see them there. So they heat up. You open the tap, hot water comes out, or you can open this other tap. You fill this bath up. The bath fills up with water, and during the day it heats up. So it's got a little thermal fiberglass body like a massive esky, and you just release the hose here and get some lovely hot water for your shower. Or if it turns to Armageddon and the zombies attack, we can always stoke the timber underneath the little firebox here, fill this up with water. Just you probably want to change this because it's got all little things swinging around in it. Let it heat up, and it's even got a flue, and then off you go. You got hot water. We've been pretty lucky. We've got some friends here as well. These little birds. I'll just sort of zoom in, and hopefully I won't get attacked by the mum. They couldn't even put their head over the top 1 week ago, so you can see how amazing wildlife is. Just sensational. And here comes mum. Oh, mum's attacking. There's mum over in the corner. And here's a shower, so you fill this up, lower it down. It's got like a nice little pulley system. Lower it down, fill it up, and then you open this and the water comes down, but that's fine. The bucket's probably better. And finally, where we spent most of our time, just down on the campsite. So that's our morning ritual, obviously. And just look, it goes on and on. And there's plenty of animals too, so the cows are pretty active, and farmers as well. They just must have had their wheat harvest, and there was like 3 tractors just going for it. They're actually going quite crazy right through the night getting the harvest in. But we learn a lot. You have to be careful when you harvest with rot or with mold if it's too humid, which it has been recently. So there's so much opportunity here. He's actually got powered as well. It's hard to see, but there's a little water wheel there, and there's also 240-volt power, which you can actually get all everything you need if you got a caravan. There's another point down there, and this is what you look at every day. It's just absolutely stunning. And you get these amazing crisp mornings because it is quite cool, so you don't have to worry about aircon. And it gets down to some mornings it's been about 10 or 11 degrees, and the ground's quite wet from the condensation through the warm day and cold nights. And you've got these nice pine trees to give you a bit of shelter as well, and a bit of Australiana with the old barrel, and your quintessential, again, farm stuff. I don't know, wherever you go there's always farm stuff against a tree. And this looks quite old. Random barrel, some bits of timber, and our van. And just have a seat here, sit down, and enjoy the view.